is that it takes about 6 months. You need a minimum of, so if you're gonna purchase a course, that alone can range from, they just send the robot to me. I was so annoyed, I was so over it. Hello, highly blessed and favored ones, welcome back to my channel, Lilian Nobela. So as I previously mentioned, here is part 2 of the video that I made last week, the truth about selling on Amazon FBA. If you haven't watched part 1, I would suggest you watch part 1 first and then you come back to this video. I'll insert the link either here or here. I don't know which way it will be once I edit the video. So yeah, here is part 2. I did the conclusion and introduction when I first shot part 1, or when I first shot the video for the first time, but I wasn't planning on making it a 2-part video. So this is the reason why I am dressed differently. I did not change my clothes just to do the intro on the same day. I would not waste my clothes like that. So that's why I'm dressed differently, because I'm shooting the intro and conclusion for the part 2 video on a whole different day. 5th truth about selling on Amazon FBA, if you're a Canadian and you want to sell on Amazon USA, so Amazon.com, is that it takes about 6 months to set up everything. There's a lot that goes into it. If you're planning to get an LLC in the US, you have to get a USA address first. You have to possibly get a registered agent. You have to register your LLC. So all of those things, so getting your USA address, getting an LLC, getting a registered agent, it literally takes, I would say, like about 3 days. Once all of those things are set, you now have to get an EIN, which takes about 3 to 4 months. And the EIN is the employee identification number. So that is the tax number that the IRS uses to identify you as a business. For a Canadian corporation, it would be like the GST-HST number. So once you're done getting your EIN, then everything is complete. So if you've started your product research while you were doing all of those things, or if you started after, then there's that goes into it as well. So once you found the product from your supplier or your wholesaler that you want to purchase, then have to send it to the Amazon warehouse, and that will take about 2 weeks because they have to receive the item, they have to process each unit, you know, scan it just to put everything in the system, and then you can start selling. So the sixth truth about selling on Amazon FBA is that you need a minimum of $3,000. So if you're gonna purchase a course, that alone can range from $1,000 to $5,000, but it can definitely be higher real quick. 7th truth about selling on Amazon FBA is that if you need immediate assistance, you have an issue, it's really hard to get someone on the phone. Depending on your situation, you will be able to get a seller support through chat, but to talk to someone on the phone, it's a bit difficult. I'm talking by experience. I was in a situation where I really needed assistance. I needed to talk to someone because things were not adding up and I was not able to get anyone on the phone. I was able to speak to someone on the phone, but they said that they couldn't help me for my situation, because when you chat with the seller support, you may be getting a real person and sometimes you get a robot. So in my situation, I got a real person like I would say the first 2 times, but when I kept asking about my situation because I just needed more clarity, they just send the robot to me. Like every time when I would ask, can I get an update on this? Here's the proof, here's this, here's that. The robot kept copying and pasting the same message over and over again. I was so annoyed, I was so over it. I'll get into details about that in another video. I'll be doing a video about why I quit selling on Amazon FBA, and I'll get into more details in that video. Let me answer the question that's in my title. Is Amazon FBA worth it? I still think that it's still worth it. There's still a lot of money to be made, but not with the method that I was using, which is wholesaling. So in part 1 of this video, I did mention that there's other ways to sell on Amazon, such as private labeling, drop shipping, online and retail arbitrage. Personally, I like private labeling better because you have a little bit more control and you have greater chances of making a lot more profits than wholesaling. So we've come to the end of this video. If you found this video helpful or insightful, please like this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Bye.